Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EURUSD. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Greetings everybody. Today guys we will take a look at the euro currency finally and some scenarios that really could happen in the nearest future. So in the weekend we have taken a look at the dollar index, and as you know, the euro currency takes more than 50% of the dollar index. They mostly similar in action, but in different in opposite directions. So the euro currency is mirror of the dollar index, but still there are some changes we see between euro currency and dollar index. So sometimes dollar index shows better picture that stands on the market, sometimes euro currency. Well, and currently the major question is what to expect in the just within the few sessions, current week and the next week, because our suggestion that dollar should rise, at least based on the picture that we saw on the dollar index, has been confirmed. But at the same time, this appreciation of the dollar was not as significant as we thought initially. Well, maybe it will finally show the target that we have specified, but it hasn't done it yet. So that's why there are some moments that we need to watch for. On the euro currency, guys, if you remember, we mostly wait for completion of this AB equals CD target around 120.20 area. And one way how it could happen, it's actually most simple one, is completion of the butterfly. So for example, if market will turn up here and continue action directly to the upside, it will hit 127 extension approximately 120 even, and it's very close to final target. So some fluctuation spikes around probably will lead to completion of this AB equals CD. That's why for this scenario, guys, if you trade on a daily chart, you could watch for this candle so we have today, because here, guys, market could form the bullish grabber. This bullish grabber will suggest the taking out of this top, and that will be a decisive moment in the overall retracement. That's what we need to keep an eye on the daily chart, because this pattern could be really very important. This is the first scenario that we could get. Trend still bullish on the daily chart. Recent drop on the Senate approving of the tax reform was not really very drastic, so it was significant. Market even has formed the gap here, but it still stands tight and doesn't show any further downward drop. That's why chances on the appearing of the butterfly is still valid here. On the 4-hour time frame chart, I will show you different scenario. Actually, we discussed it on dollar index in the weekend. And this scenario calls as a 222 buy. For example, if market will fail to starting upward action immediately and no grabber will be formed, market starts move down. In this case, guys, we could get this guardless 222 buy. That's another opportunity for market to turn up, and this probably should happen somewhere around 1790, 80 even area, so around 618 support of this upward action. So simple ABCD retracement. This pattern also could be formed because take a look that market is not hurrying with the closing the gap and doesn't show any attempt to somehow compensate this drop and turn to some fast action. So we do not see it right now. So market just stands flat below the gap resistance and nothing is going on actually. That's why it also is keeping the chance to reaching of this area. So how this situation you could trade? This will depend on your sentiment, so your psychological personal issues. So if you would like to trade on the guardless 222 buy, you just need to wait for it. That's very simple. So that's most simple. What to do with the butterfly? So how better to trade it and where to take position, what to watch for. The first approach, as I said, wait for the grabber. If grabber will be formed, this will give you some more confidence and you could start with the grabber directly, so placing stop below its lows, taking the long position and hope that market will continue to move up. Another scenario, it's a bit more sophisticated, but it exists and it stands on the hourly chart. On the hourly chart, on the first glance, it looks very choppy and actually it's very difficult to find something really valuable here, but still some moments exist. So first of all, take a look that even on this drop down, market was able to stand above this trend line. This actually was our flag pattern. If you remember, we have discussed this breakout. We even have traded it. So in market on this retracement has tested once, bounce up, second test, and again market stands above this trend line. At the moment of this ABCD retracement, market has completed actually AB equals CD target. And here we've got this catalyst triple to buy pattern. At the current moment, I even have made the markings here. As you can see, kind of reverse head and shoulder shape. Indeed, you could recognize it easily. So that could become left shoulder, head. This market is forming right shoulder. So if you do not want to wait for a grabber appearing or you would like to get the better position for trading, you could try to trade its long based on the hand shoulders. All this setup that we have with this catalyst triple two and the possible hand shoulders will not guarantee you that market will definitely show upward continuation right to the 120 target. But at least if it will work, you will get gap closing action. So market could form and reach the target of the hand and shoulders by this ABCD retracement. Okay, and that will lead to the gap closing. Here we do not know what will happen. Maybe market indeed will accelerate further and just starting action to the 120. You do not know it right now. But at least this action will let you move to the stop, move your stop to the break even maybe grab some profit here as half of a position you could close and wait what will happen next. And the important level against which you should trade is this low, because if market will drop below these lows, it will erase opportunity to go up, because it will erase the hand shoulders. Also, it will break the trend line. It's also important. And catalyst triple to buy will not fail totally, but 1618 target of the ABCD stands below these lows. So very small probability that another bullish catalyst triple to buy will be formed. That's why I think that this will be very important low against which you could try to trade this situation. If this construction will not lead to immediate upward continuation, we could get some greater ABCD down. So it could become something of that sort. And it will lead you to the same point probably as the large 4-hour time frame pattern, approximately right. So take a look, that's this ABCD could finish at the same point, it's around 118 even, as this minor construction. So that's two scenarios. But anyway, this relatively safe to trade this setup. The major point here will be here, around 119. So here market either turn down again and complete finally our catalyst triple to buy around 118, or this will become immediate upward continuation. Market starts move up. In this case, we will get this butterfly and probably also we will get the grabber, but you will know it only tomorrow. And if you'd like to trade it today, so that's setup that really you could use trying to possess yourself with the long position. So that what see right now in euro currency, and let's see how situation will turn and control the overall situation through the dollar index. Because if you'll take a look right now on the hourly chart of the dollar index, you'll see that here some kind of more bearish situation is forming, because here is consolidation even smaller than the euro currency and this drop is faster. That's why overall construction also suggests maybe some here, at least based on the picture, suggests some probable gap closing. That's what we're talking about on hourly euro currency. So let's see what will happen.